Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and having good health. Today we have lecture number 10, that is from chapter number Fundamentals of Chemistry, and the topic we have it is the difference between compound and the mixture. So let's have a look at what is difference between a compound and a mixture. So if we have having a look on the compound, then compounds are basically formed as a result of chemical combination. They are formed as a result of chemical combination of elements. So, compounds are basically the substances when two or more elements chemically combine, they form the simple compound. But if we have a look on the mixture, they are simply formed by the mixing up of the substance. They are formed by mixing of the substances. For example, if we have a look on the water molecule here, the two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom are combined in a ratio of 2:1 and they are forming a water molecule that is known as a compound. On the other hand, if we have example for the mixture, likewise we are going to add a table sugar or a tablespoon of sugar in the water. This is the simple mixing and it is known as a mixture or it is known as a sugar mixture. When we add sugar in the water, on the other hand, when we are going to add salt in the water, so this is the simple examples of the mixture that are formed by simple mixing up of the different substances. Next, if we have the compound, in the compounds all the constituents or the components, basically we call it as constituents, lose their identity, lose their identity. What does mean by lose their identity means before the mix formation of the water molecule, it is simple hydrogen and oxygen. Now when they combine chemically, they form the water molecules. So here they have their properties different, and after the formation of the water compound, their properties are entirely changed. So the constitute lose their identities and they have the new identities over there. On the other hand, if we have a look on the mixture, then it shows the properties of the constituents. Properties of the components we can say that, or we can say that the constituents. In turn, if we have a salt and water mixture, then the salt will remain salt as its properties will not be changed, and the water will remain water, its properties are not going to be changed. Next, we have the third one difference between compound and mixture. In the compounds, always there is a fixed composition, there is always a fixed composition by mass. So this is a compound. On the other hand, for the mixture, if we have, they do not have fixed composition. Now, what does mean by the fixed composition and not fixed composition mean? If we have the structure on the carbon dioxide here, the one carbon atom combines with the oxygen atom, so its ratio is 1:2. So where we have a look on the carbon dioxide, its ratio will remain fixed. It is not going to be changed. But on the other hand, if we have a look on the mixture, they do not have fixed composition. We can add more salt or we can add more sugar in the water to make the mixture. So that ratio of sugar to water, it is not fixed. It is not fixed. We can add a lot of sugar or a lot of salt in the water to have the sugar or the solution or the salt solution. So its ratio is not fixed. Next we have the separation of the components. When we have a look on the components of the compound, so they cannot be separated by physical methods or by the physical means. Now, what does by physical means? Here we have the physical means, but on the other hand, the mixture, it they can't be separated and they can be separated by physical means. Now, here we have a lot of physical means to separate the constitute. The first one is the separating mixture by the use of the funnel. So, if we have a mixture of, you can say that oil and water. Now, how we can separate the oil from water? When we use a funnel, then we here have a conical flask. Here we have a stand. Now we started to pour the mixture over there. Then the oil will be on the upper side and water will be on the lower side. When all the water will be over there, then we must stop that stopper or close that stopper. Then we have the separation method. This is the simple physical means. Other we have the use of filter paper. This is also the physical mean to separate out the constituent. For example, if we have a mixture of sand and water, we will separate out the sand from water by the use of filter paper. On the other hand, if we have a compound like carbon dioxide, we cannot separate out carbon and oxygen by the simple physical means. So we need some chemical method. We need some chemical method to separate out its constituents. Next, we have the examples of compounds and mixture. For example, here we have common salt, that is NaCl. It is a compound. NaCl. It is a common salt that we use in the food at home. It is basically a compound. The water we drink, it is basically a compound. Next, we have the ammonia gas. It is a compound. The gas, that is sweet gas, we use to burn at home for the cooking purpose. It is also a compound. On the other hand, if we are talking about the mixture example, here we have the jellies. Here we have the ice cream. If we have a lemon juice or the lemon mixture, all these are the examples of the mixtures. So in the mixture, they are formed by simple mixing up on the compounds. The elements are combined in a fixed ratio and they are always combined chemically. And in the compound, they have their composition homogeneous. Homogeneous means they have their same composition throughout. On the other hand, if we are talking about the jellies or the mixture, they may be homo or they may be hetero. Homo mean their composition may be same or their composition may be differ. So this is all about the today's lecture, the difference between compound and mixture. I hope you guys understand the today's lecture, and if you have any queries, you can ask me about that in the comment section and I will get back to you guys soon inshallah. For that time, have a good day and Allah Hafiz.